Speaking of art reflecting society, I want to talk about Mickey 17, which just came out. Also, by the way, I do apologize that my webcam is a little bit broken and it keeps shifting in and out of focus. I'm getting a new one soon, so just bear with me on that. Just did it again. Doing it right now. Keeps doing it. We're working through it, okay? We're gonna get through it. So listen, I wanted to talk about Mickey 17, which just came out in theaters. This is from the visionary director behind The Host from 2006, Snowpiercer in 2012, and the Best Picture winner Parasite back in 2022, Bong Joon-ho. He's back in theaters with another wild and visually striking film. Mickey 17 stars Robert Pattinson as Mickey Barnes. In the future, there is a technology that has been developed which is basically able to clone people in a process called reprinting. A little over 4 years ago, Mickey and his buddy, Timu, played by Steven Yeun, needed to get off Earth very quickly. Timu found a job, and Mickey, without reading the paperwork, signed up to be an expendable. An expendable works highly dangerous jobs until they die, and they are then reprinted to go finish the mission. They will reprint somebody as many times as necessary until the job is finished. This includes being exposed to radiation, harmful alien pathogens, and being eaten alive. So, kind of like an Amazon job. Mickey and Timu are working for Kenneth Marshall, Mark Ruffalo, a failed politician with a devoted following and a space exploration company. Who might that sound like? The company is looking to colonize a white, very white, snow-covered planet inhabited by only the most pure human people they could find. Look, there is so much to say about Mickey 17. It's wildly original, it's fresh, and yet it's loaded with a lot of cine-literate references. I saw everything from Taxi Driver to The Thing. The crew feels very blue-collar, not so dissimilar to the crew flying the Nostromo and Alien. Pattinson, to the surprise of absolutely no one who has followed his career, is excellent. One of the things that makes Pattinson so engaging is how his characters feel like full creations, from altering the way he speaks to his physical mannerisms. Pattinson is just deep in character and nails it. It's going to be difficult to talk about Mark Ruffalo's character without juxtaposing him to our real-life president, but suffice to say, Ruffalo has taken a lot of inspiration from the current moment we're living through. His character, Kenneth Marshall, could also be compared to Jeff Bezos and potentially a myriad of other tech bros who consider themselves superior to the rest of society. He gives a very funny performance, coupled with his wife, Ilfa, played by Toni Collette. She's his right hand, but she steers her husband back on course whenever he derails into some random tangent. There's one scene in particular where Marshall and his wife have Mickey over for dinner and try to apologize to him for punishing him so harshly. And the scene goes so off the rails, so quick, and it's very funny. It's laugh out loud sort of material. It's both outrageous and shocking, and everyone in the scene has impeccable timing. You know, Ilfa's character seems very reminiscent of Tilda Swinton's character in Snowpiercer, but the whole scene really rests on the chemistry between Ruffalo and Pattinson. And Pattinson in particular here really is going all out, and it's just wildly entertaining. I mean, I keep going back to wild because, I mean, that's what the whole movie really feels like. The whole movie just feels kind of, well, wild. I would also be remiss if I didn't highlight the love story weaved in between this sci-fi adventure. Mickey's love interest is Nasha, played by Naomi Ackie. She's brilliant in this movie. She has a couple really great scenes in this. They also have great chemistry together. they look like a genuine couple. They mesh very well on screen together, probably better than I might have expected. Very sensual and loving relationship that, explores weird and kind of fun scenarios, including having potentially having a threesome with your boyfriend and his clone. So, I mean, that's fun. Not gonna lie, I'd probably do that also. Especially if my boyfriend was Robert Pattinson. But look, Mickey 17 is the first great movie of the new year. I don't think it's going to be winning any significant awards next season, but I do think Mickey 17 is the type of film that you could come back to again and again and find new things to love about it. It is devastatingly cynical. It is outrageously funny. It is well shot, well acted, well directed, and most importantly, it is entertaining as hell. So that is my critics pick for this week. I highly recommend going to see Mickey 17. Also, something I talked about on the Long Islander podcast, which I still think is really worth your time, is Last Breath. Last Breath was done very well. It's a true story. I'm not going to talk about it in depth here, but I will say that I really liked it, and I think if you're doing a double feature this weekend, Last Breath and Mickey 17 are two really good films to go back to back with. So check that out, and we'll be right back with an extended interview with the band Bending Over Backwards and talking about their new album, Get On With It. So stay tuned.